Welcome to Dragons and Owls. I'm George Maximov. According to Sir Isaiah Berlin, there are two types of freedom: freedom from and freedom for. And the first one is the freedom of the runaway slave. Freedom released from any constraints and responsibilities, a kind of condition that's devoted to the subtle use of the useless. Most people accept the notion of freedom just as well: some casting of the chains, removal of moral shackles, financial ones, family ones, even the ones from God. People believe money will bring them happiness and freedom, but like the character of Gerard Depardieu will say in 1492, money don't make you happier, just busier. Money should be only the means, and the goal of freedom should lead to mainly one thing: the cultivation of the spirit. Now, writing and thinking about the nature of freedom is a lot more pleasurable experience than writing about death. Scrutinizing death in one of my previous episodes really leaves you drained and miserable. While death is unmovable apogee of life, freedom is the essence of life. Can you really tell if you had a life without freedom, without having the free will and choice to make decisions? You choose to make mistakes, to forget, and then do it all over again. If the ultimate freedom had a face in the dictionary of images, it would probably be a smiley one, a positive one like the one a child will have in a toy store. But that will be misleading, because if every excess leads to the powers of wisdom, as the great William Blake puts it, the question at hand is on what price. Freedom is not a tool to do what we want. That kind of liberty corrupts. On the contrary, a person should restrain his impulses if they don't bring forth the good in him. Controlling yourself and your emotions, your words, your actions is the freedom of the self-governing man, with no past of servitude. Epicurean to the soul and Stoic to the body, with clear view of the world around him. To be free is to use our free will and to create yourself in the, I'll use the Jungian term here, imago Dei, the image of God. In ancient Rome also they made a distinction between, they called it otium, a time filled with leisure, hobbies, private affairs, and negotium, responsibility in the public sphere, civic duty and liability to the state. Of course, I'm not trying to imply here that everybody should pursue a career in politics or the public sphere, but it does illustrate a point. Even in the Capitoline palace of excess, freedom curbed and bound to duty is the most virtuous there is. We live in an era where the audience hijacked the stage. And that's without analog in world history. In social media, anybody can spread disinformation, hate, criticism, but it also gives platform to people like me, basically a nobody, to ramble from your phone or laptop. Now, when I started creating Dragons and Owls, I wanted to emulate or at least mimic those great literary attempts from Bacon, Montaigne, Russell. I wanted to find my own voice and look for answers within my 21st century head. But you know that saying, a man is what he eats? You are also what you read. You are formed from thousands of other minds and thoughts, and same struggles and passions that moved the quill of the 15th century writer moves my heart too. History is a nightmare we can't escape from, and no freedom of thought can grant you the sacrament of gaze of your loved one or reward you with the intimate answers of the universe. And yet it is needed. It's that foundation stone on which the powers of wisdom can be built. Now, it's your choice what freedom you should embrace: freedom from or freedom for. In the eyes of many, they are both equal. Just know that whatever you choose, freedom first and foremost is the right to make the wrong choice.